This was me 3 weeks ago. In this video, I'm going to share with you the 10 factors that you might want to consider when deciding whether or not to change your friend group. What you just saw was the first YouTube video I ever posted on this channel. I was sitting at home just applying for jobs in my uni semester break, and the thought came to me, I should be a YouTuber. I should help people with their social skills. So I came up with an idea for a video. I wrote out a little plan, some dot points, and I took my phone, because that was the only equipment I had. I went to a random storage room, which is why it looks so weird, and I hit record. And this room was really weird, by the way. It had like a whole stack of books about cows for some reason, like literally just cows. And then there was all these like servers. That's why it's really loud. There's this loud background noise that you can probably hear. I might have edited it out, I can't remember. And there's like a printer. So I was praying that no one would come in to try and print something. I was gonna like have to jump up, grab my phone and hide. And basically I just filmed the video all in like one video. I took a bunch of, no, I pretty much didn't do any retakes. Like I just filmed the whole thing and I was like, nah, good enough. It's my first video, it doesn't need to be that good. But it was a terrible video. I just basically talked like this. I talked in a monotone voice. I talked quietly because I didn't want people to hear me. And I tried to like smile a bit, I guess, but that's pretty much the only effort I made. And you're probably getting really bored watching this, and I'm hoping you're not clicking off the video because it's just an example. So it was terrible. So I hit post on my first video, or I hit schedule, or whatever. I hit post and then it took like another 10 minutes to upload, whatever. I hit post and I closed my phone. I don't know, put it on my bed, something. And I waited. And about an hour later, I checked the analytics. 0 views, 0 impressions. I was like, okay, we'll wait a bit longer. I checked it that night before going to bed. 0 views, 0 impressions. I was like, okay, this is a little bit weird, but maybe I just posted it at a terrible time of day. Let YouTube cook. So I checked it the next morning. 0 views, 0 impressions. It actually had like 3 views because I had watched it 3 times by this point, but yeah, whatever. So I was like, okay, maybe just first video, bad luck. I'll film another. So I filmed another video. I was just improving aspects of my videos. And I posted this next video. And I waited until like the next morning to check how many impressions it had. And I checked 0 views, 0 impressions. So I posted another video. And this one, it got some views. It got like 14. And I felt ecstatic. It was only 14 views, but to go from 0 views, 0 impressions to now like 300 impressions and 14 views was huge. I had finally provided some value to 14 people. And I kept posting and I kept improving like a couple things each video. You see, what was happening was that when I filmed this video and when I filmed the next like 6 videos, which also got no views, spoiler, I was practicing my communication skills. See, filming YouTube videos isn't just filming for the purpose of putting it on YouTube and having people see it and, you know, all the YouTube stuff. Filming YouTube videos also helps you improve your communication skills, and it also improves your confidence, and it helps you bring out your unique personality. So for these reasons, I think everyone should start a YouTube channel. I know I've still got a long way to go with my communication skills. Like this video is probably not that good, but I'll keep getting better. And that effort I put into YouTube will transfer into the rest of my life. So now I'm going to talk about why I think you should start a YouTube channel to work on these 3 things. The first one I saw, improve communication skills. I think this is something that everyone can benefit from. It's not even just like delivering speeches, but even just talking to people one-on-one or in a group. Having good communication skills makes it so much easier for people to connect with people. So speaking on YouTube improves your articulation. You don't use filler words. Like I could have just said right then, but I resisted the urge. It helps you use your hand gestures, which I'm not that good at yet because I still keep just doing this and not, you know, but whatever. It helps you range your tone more. It helps you range your like pace of delivery, and all that stuff works together to give a more engaging experience and like visual and emotional experience to whoever is listening to you talk. And I don't really need to explain like why all this stuff is good. I'm sure you guys know that all this stuff is good. But the reason YouTube in particular is so good at improving your communication skills is because you have to do consistent practice. When you are just like practicing in front of a wall or even practicing in front of a phone, there's no pressure to keep going and to keep up a high standard. Whereas when you're posting on YouTube, you have to consistently post videos to whatever schedule you set yourself to. If you said you were going to post one video a week, you have to, there's some pressure to stick to that, especially if you're getting views and you have subscribers. There's also a certain standard you have to meet. You can't just post some terrible video. So if you mess up and you forget to use your hands in one video, and you know, like no one is going to watch that because it's worse than your old videos, you can't post that and you have to redo it. So you have to keep improving your communication skills when you're posting on YouTube. This also applies to your confidence. Talking in front of a camera is just a really like stupid thing to do if you think about it. Like I'm talking at an object and my parents are probably listening in right now. I don't know, that's probably paranoid. But you know, like it's nerve-wracking, especially knowing that other people might be hearing what I'm saying. And posting on YouTube is even a step further than that because people are actually going to see this stuff. So overcoming these nerves by keeping doing it, even though I'm nervous and I know I don't want to do it, it helps me become more confident. Because if I can do something stupid like this, I can do something stupid like go up to some random girl and ask for her number or her Instagram or whatever. And I've seen an improvement in this in just 3 weeks. I've already gotten just more confident at just doing random, weird, out there stuff. I've also seen improved personality. So what I mean by that is when I'm on YouTube, I have to have a certain personality so that I can stand out. That's why I'm wearing singlet and I got the skeleton in the background and yoga mat and it's just weird stuff in my room, right? Because I'm trying to build a connection with the viewer. And I couldn't do that if I was just, you know, in front of a wall and with a white shirt. And if I just used normal language and I didn't get sidetracked every now and then. If I just spoke my words and that was it, no one would know who I was. They would just hear the information and it would just be coming from just a random source. It wouldn't be coming from a person. So because on YouTube you have to be a person, you have to be yourself, it encourages you, you get practice doing that, and that transfers over to real life. And because of your increased confidence, you'll also feel more confident just expressing yourself and being yourself. And this is really important because people can't get to know you unless you be yourself. I used to have an issue with this. I used to just give really basic, boring answers to people. So they ask, like, what do I do for fun? And I just say, I study. I'm going to give you two situations. One where I just say what happened in my day, and the other where I emphasize certain details that bring out more of my personality. So let's go. The first one, where it's the boring one. So in response to the question, what do you do today? Oh, I just studied. I also trained. I did athletics, and then I studied the rest of the day, and then I just went to bed. That answer, or oh, I trained and then I studied, and then at the end of the day, I'd been studying for a while and I was really proud of myself with how well I did. So I went and sat out on my deck in the dark and ate some dark chocolate and listened to the Terraria soundtrack. So both of those were the same day. They were both yesterday for me. So one of the days I just emphasized like the main events, and the other ones I included really minor details that was only like 5 minutes of my day. But they really brought out my personality. Someone talking to me, there's much more for them to talk about now. They can ask more follow-up questions and they can really get to know me and build a deeper connection. So talking on YouTube allows me to practice bringing out these details that really show who I am. The fourth reason, I know I said 3, but there's actually 4, is that when you post on YouTube, you get improved accountability. So whatever area you're posting in, this doesn't really apply if you're like a gaming channel, but if you're any kind of self-improvement or anything where you're telling people to do something, you have to also do that thing. So if I'm telling people how to make friends, like they should go out by themselves and like just go and talk to people, join hobby groups. If I don't also do those things, I'm a hypocrite. So I have to go out and meet people, and this is great for me because, you know, I'm doing the stuff that I'm telling myself I should do. I'm doing the stuff that is beneficial to me, and therefore YouTube is keeping me accountable, so I do the things that I should be doing. So for these 4 reasons, I think everyone should start a YouTube channel. So I hope if you are considering starting a YouTube channel, listening to my story and the massive improvement I've seen in 3 weeks will convince you to start. And you can start right now, like right now. Go to like the plus icon because you already have a YouTube account because you're watching this. I'm pretty sure. I think that's how it works. Go to the plus and just start filming. Just say some random stuff. And just by doing that, you will start seeing improvement. So just start posting. Your future self from 3 weeks from now will thank you.